Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a very interesting one. I'm talking about why many entrepreneurs, creators, coaches, consultants are really good at what they do, but they barely make any real money. If you're new around here, hello, my name is Kume. And on this channel, I create content about building a business, making money, and content creation for entrepreneurs. But the craziest thing has been happening. I've been posting a video every single day for about 30 days now, and it's just getting exciting. Anyway, if you're here and you hear something you like, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Now let's jump into the video. So I was about to create content today. Now on Mondays, I usually sit down and brainstorm and just try to come up with as many content creation ideas for Instagram and Facebook at the same time. And so when I sat down today, I started to ask myself questions because I thought that would help me get inspiration to come up with content. One of the questions that just popped into my head out of nowhere was, why are so many intelligent people broke? And why are so many entrepreneurs who are absolutely wonderful at what they do poor? So, first of all, it surprised me because I don't know where those questions came from. But then I was like, okay, let me see where this goes. And I sat down and I started to think back on my own personal journey of starting a business online without having a clue what I was doing. And I was thinking about the times when I wasn't making money versus the time I was making money. I came up with about 5 things that were keeping people stuck, broke, people wanting to do good, but not getting paid enough for the good they're doing. And I was almost moved to tears because I wish that someone had taken me by the hand at that time and sort of told me all the things that I was doing that were wrong, that were holding me in Brookville. Brookville is where you are talented, but you are broke. So anyway, when I put it down, I wanted to share it with you. And I think the most significant part of the list was the fact that I kept on doing things for free. And I see a lot of entrepreneurs making the same mistake. Every time you want to offer something, you say, oh, I can do that for free for you. Or I can do this other thing for free for you. And to you, it's because it comes easy and you want to help. You genuinely have a heart to help people. What you don't understand is every time you say free, you are communicating something. So let me tell you what you are communicating. Every time you say free, you're telling the other person that you are not sure of the value of the thing you are giving them. So if I help people make money in their business, which is what I do, by the way, guys, I help people make money in their business and I'm not sure that it works, or I'm not sure that I'm good enough, well, I would say I will help you for free. But it is quite impossible for you to go to a business that knows their value offering things for free. One of the examples that came into my mind was my kids love McDonald's. And every time we go buy McDonald's, my little one will say something like, oh, mommy, can we get something from McDonald's? And McDonald's has been in business for over 30 years at this point. But I've never heard them say they would give you anything for free. Even if you buy McDonald's every day, they will never give you anything for free. Instead, they upsell you. And that is the difference between a business that is sure of their value to a business that is uncertain and is trying to find its way. And sadly, that is the reason why a lot of people are stuck, because they think that if they give for free, then you'll pay. What they don't understand is nobody buys a cow if you can get the milk for free. So the more I was thinking about this, the second biggest problem I saw was charging cheap. And honestly, I was guilty of this, very, very guilty actually. For the longest time, I was guilty. And it's even recently that I decided that, you know what, I'm never going to be cheap again. Let me tell you a story. I want you to imagine you go into a market and there is something you want to buy. So you walk up to the vendor and you say, hey, I'm interested in buying this item. And the vendor turns around and says, oh, it's only $500. But in your heart, you know that that item is worth 10 times that price. Will you buy it? The chances that you will buy it is very slim because there are two things that will pop into your mind. Number one is either that item is fake and the vendor knows that it's fake and that's why they're selling it at a giveaway price. Or two, it is stolen. And if it is stolen, you immediately don't want to have anything to do with it because when the police comes around, they are probably going to seize it from you or arrest you as an accessory to the crime. Do you see what I did there? Cheap communicates that there is a problem with the item. Unfortunately, when I was starting out in business, I didn't quite get that. So instead, you want to make sure that you are helping as many people. So you will offer cheap. If you're watching this and you are good at what you do, please break up with cheap immediately. So when you start to sell your thing at a higher price, people start to get the idea that it is valuable. They believe you that it is valuable. And honestly, it's a mindset change that I went through, but I also teach my clients to go through. And the third most important part of this whole thing was selling things that are information and not transformation. I'm not even going to kid you. The number of entrepreneurs I've seen online selling just information, it blows my mind. Because what they don't understand is right now we have AI. In fact, there is ChatGPT, there is Gemini. You can literally go into ChatGPT and ask it for steps to do anything in the world that you can think about. I even remember somebody sharing the other day that he had gone into ChatGPT and asked it ways to legally avoid paying tax. And ChatGPT was like, okay, as long as it's legal, I can help you answer the question, but I can't help you with anything illegal. And here is what blew my mind. A lot of people don't understand that when people are looking for products and services, they're not looking for something that they can get just anywhere. They are looking for transformation. And so when you sell low ticket planners and low ticket items and things that you really didn't put effort into, you are actually telling them that they can go anywhere and get the same thing. So at the end of the day, that makes you lose your value in the sight of the customer. It makes you feel like if they can get it anywhere, why buy from you? In fact, they might as well go on ChatGPT and get it. And I think that these are some of the biggest challenges that people have that is keeping them stuck at low income despite the fact that they are brilliant. I remember one of my clients coming to me and complaining, and she is a very lovely person. She's incredible. And she was telling me how she had tried to create a course for like 4 months straight. And eventually, when she finished creating the course, she made it available for sale. And sadly, nobody bought it, even though she put it at only $500. So she thought it was the price, and then she reduced it to $400, and still nobody bought. And then she still thought it was the price. She made it $250, and nobody still bought it. And at that point, she was frustrated. She was overwhelmed. And then she came to me. And I told her one simple thing. You want to sell things that people are already looking for. If you cannot see people buying the thing you sell, then it is not a good idea. Right. And she was confused because she was like, oh, but she didn't want to have a lot of competition. And that was actually number 4, because competition is not something you should avoid. It's something you should embrace. If you're in the market and nobody's selling what you are selling, it's possible that it's because nobody wants to buy that thing. And I think for a long time, that also kept me stuck because in my business, I wanted to help people in the way that I thought they wanted to be helped. But the moment I started talking about monetization and how to grow income, a lot of people started leaning in because finally I was speaking their language. So I want to round this episode up with this. If you're an entrepreneur, a creator, course creator, coach, whatever it is that you do, I want you to think very deeply about the things you are doing in your business. Are you making any of these mistakes I talked about? Because if you are, it is very possible for you to transform your business by just tweaking these things. Now, I'm actually hosting a masterclass very soon where I'm going to be teaching digital income on demand. I'm going to be teaching digital income on demand. And basically, that is where I'm going to show you how to host simple virtual events and generate a lot of income from it without you planning anything in advance or without you being a tech genius. And I'm going to drop the link in the description, but I promise you it's going to be the best thing you have attended this year. Hopefully, it's still early in the year for you. So that is my shameless plug for this video. I will see you in the next video. And honestly, if you loved anything that I said, be sure to leave a comment because I read and respond to all the comments. See you soon. Ciao, guys.